What's going on, guys? It's Coach Noob back in the building with another one. As usual, this is going to be jam packed full of jewels. Anytime is always appreciated because you can be doing anything but you and me checking out these reviews. It's another crazy one, man. It's about a guy who killed his wife and then he left her inside a storage unit, bro. So let's get to it.
It's just an undescribable pain that we feel with what's going on with what happened with Shakira Rucker.
A Florida mom of four goes missing and her family launches a desperate search to find her. But they are left heartbroken when a strange smell coming from a closed storage unit alerted witnesses that something wasn't right. Police body cam video gives us a closer look at how the investigation played out and the brutal crime spree the suspect allegedly went on that left a woman dead. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Authorities in Orange County, Florida say a man named Corey Hill shot and killed his estranged wife, 37-year-old Shakira Rucker, in 2023 in his rented storage unit and left her body inside to decompose. From there, he allegedly went on a wild crime spree before finally being taken into custody. At last check, he now faces 9 charges, including first-degree murder and attempted second-degree murder, and the state seeking the death penalty in this case. Now,
Hey, man, mental health, physical health, spiritual health, decision making, bro. And you already know this one's crazy because he shot her and left her in a storage unit. Like nothing was gonna happen, and he was gonna be able to live life every day and just chill, and nobody was gonna find anything out. So that's a clear sign of mental health. Also, spiritual health, like not believing in anything and not having a conscience, and physical health for taking somebody out. You know what I'm saying? And also like your core values, man. And the definition, I got a definition here for core values, man. The fundamental principles that guide an individual's or an organization's behavior and decision making. They are the beliefs and ideals that are most important and shape how people interact, make choices, and approach work life. So, you know, his beliefs were clearly, he didn't even have any beliefs, bro. Especially with it being like a mother of four, and if all 4 kids weren't his, you know what I'm saying, then it's messed up too. Especially if there's other, their fathers were around to take care of them. So it was always going to be somebody that had to be in communication with her besides him, and you have to take that into account when you get married to a woman that already had, it was living life before you. So, we don't know the reason why he did it. And it really doesn't matter because honestly, there's no reason to do anybody like that. Like I always say, especially your wife, the one that, you want to be with for the rest of your life or whatever. And, when he got with her, he already knew that she may or may not have had kids if they didn't have all 4 kids together. He already knew that she had stuff going on before him. And, he was supposed to be able to handle that, bro. And know that even if things didn't work out, that life goes on. Because that's how relationships are sometimes, man. If you get into a relationship, most likely the woman that you're with had a life before you and she's going to have a life after you and vice versa. And you have to be strong enough mentally and physically to understand that and move accordingly and do, the right things that you're supposed to do. So now he took a mother away from their kids, her kids forever. And, he traumatized the families, his family, her family, things like that, man. And it just, it could have been avoided, bro. that, this is what being in your feelings does. It has you making irrational, asinine, and, just bogus decisions, man, that you probably would have never made if you were thinking logically, man. And like I said, just to leave her there, like no one was gonna find out, it's crazy, bro.
Kira was a mom of 4 kids, then 7, 9, 16, and 18 years old. Her family told Fox Orlando that she was a devoted member of her church and a beloved part of the community. But I want to lay all this out for you. I want to lay out exactly what authorities believe happened here. So we begin with family members who reported to the Orange County Sheriff's Office that they last heard from Shakira on November 11th, 2023. Multiple agencies in Orlando and the surrounding areas were involved in a search to find her, with the sheriff saying deputies were putting in 16 to 18-hour days as they tried to find her. Now, according to Winter Springs Police, on the night of November 11th, Shakira was seen on surveillance video at a restaurant with Corey Hill.
And again, like, man, of course they're gonna do their due diligence, and with so many people looking for her, man, it was only a matter of time. But then, like they said, he went on a crime spree. So, like, to me, it seems like he already knew that once he did that, there was no turning back, and he just didn't care. So, whatever kind of vendettas or whatever, ill will or grudges he had, he took that out that night when he went on that crime spree, man. And, it's just crazy because it's a wonder that he didn't, unalive himself too. A lot of people do that, which is, it's not good though. It's messed up, man. But the way that just all of this stuff happened, man, is, it's really, it's just sick, bro. That people don't take the time to just think, man, and do something positive with all that energy that they put into negativity, man.
Next morning, the two were seen entering the storage facility known as Your Storage Units in Apopka. According to investigators, Hill was apparently seen leaving, but Shakira never came out. Authorities say Hill shot Shakira inside that storage unit, his storage unit, closed it up, and left. Nearly a week later, on November 18th, deputies were called out to that facility because of a bad smell and some sort of liquid starting to ooze out from under the door. Authorities later said that was blood.
Man, which is crazy though, man, because how can you just even thinking like something like this is normal, bro? You already know it's mental health, man. And somebody that'll go to these kind of lengths and do something like that to the one that they supposedly love, man, that's not love, bro. That's, what I'm saying? It's a cry for some serious help, man. And some people, they don't want help, bro. They just go around living life like you can do whatever you want and act any kind of way, and there's not going to be consequences, which it is. There's always karma, bro, and it's real. And, like I always say, the decisions you make, they're going to affect you and everyone around you, man. And then the decisions that you make, you're going to get karma from those decisions, man, which is, the negative aspect of when you make bad decisions. And then when you make good decisions, it's dharma. It's karma dharma. So karma is the negative aspect and dharma is the positive aspect. And, that's why it's so important to just think about what you're doing, man. And if it's even really worth it, which most of the time is really not, though, especially when it comes down to something this serious, bro, that can be life changing and affect you and could take your whole life away, man. After you did all that to get where you are, to just throw it away like that, man. You got to take care of yourself way better than that, man. And the people that you supposedly love, too, man. But anyways, and it's Coach Noob. Like, share, comment, subscribe if you're digging this kind of content. And your time is always appreciated because you could be doing anything but you hear me checking out these reviews. Until next time, I'm out.